It's nearly impossible to discuss the most influential video game franchises without spotlighting the Metal Gear Solid series and its visionary creator, Hideo Kojima. With over 35 years of history, this franchise is renowned for its intricate, sometimes bewildering narratives, packed with metaphors, movie references, and philosophical depth. Yet, thanks to Kojima's revolutionary approach to game design, it has cemented itself as not only a pioneer of the stealth genre, but one of the greatest series in gaming history. Each entry was meant to be Kojima's swan song, but the rich, expansive lore of this universe, combined with market demand and Konami's financial incentives, kept the series alive. Time and again, Kojima and his team delivered something extraordinary, not just meeting the towering standards of their previous masterpieces, but surpassing sky-high expectations and redefining the stealth genre. That is until 2015's Metal Gear Solid 5: The Phantom Pain. Despite stellar reviews and strong sales, it was infamously unfinished, missing its third act, and soon after, chaos erupted. Following much publicized controversy, the long-standing partnership between Konami and Kojima abruptly ended. Kojima went on to pursue creative freedom with Death Stranding under his own studio, while Konami, despite initial backlash from fans, myself included, and skepticism from the media, shifted focus to mobile gaming and saw a 40% profit surge by redirecting the company to the mobile gaming market. Their first post-Kojima attempt at the Metal Gear franchise, Metal Gear Survive, was a disaster many fans would rather erase from memory. Built on Kojima Productions' Fox engine, it was a soulless online survival game, blatantly profit-driven and completely out of touch with the series' legacy and fans' expectation after 2 decades of storytelling excellence. It felt like a betrayal.
They played us like a damn fiddle!
Konami regrouped, ditching the Fox engine for Unreal Engine and rethinking their approach. They pivoted PES to eFootball with a free-to-play mobile model, outsourced Silent Hill 2's Remake to Bluebird Team, a smart move, and after a disappointing Metal Gear Solid 3 CGI trailer revealed to be for a pachinko machine, responded to fan outcry with a proper remake, Metal Gear Solid Delta: Snake Eater. Using Unreal Engine 5, the project promised a faithful yet modernized take, bolstered by a robust marketing campaign featuring familiar faces and voices like David Hayter, the iconic voice of the series' protagonists, absent only in MGS5. Now with the game out for a bit, I'm ready to share my thoughts in this review. I hope you find it insightful, entertaining, or both. If you enjoy contents like this, please like, subscribe, and share the channel. It's a huge help, especially as we grow. Without further ado, let's dive into my review of Metal Gear Solid Delta: Snake Eater. I vividly remember my first encounter with Metal Gear Solid 3 Snake Eater, not on the PS2 like many longtime fans, but via the HD remastered version on Xbox 360 in 2013. That year was loaded with heavyweights like The Last of Us, BioShock Infinite, and GTA 5. Yet Metal Gear Solid 3 stole the show as my favorite. As a devoted Kojima fan, I was stunned by how a 2004 masterpiece still felt like one nearly a decade later, a testament to Hideo Kojima's genius and his team's impeccable execution. Its storytelling was unapologetically distinct, sidestepping Western tropes with a narrative that felt both alien and enthralling to my younger self. Having already loved MGS4, I thought I knew what to expect, but MGS3 still blew me away, reinforcing its legendary status with every twist. What I love about Kojima's Japanese approach to game design is its delicate weave of cultural identity and philosophy, standing in stark contrast to the fast-paced, dopamine-heavy, often shallow games. MGS3 demands meet it on its terms, challenging you to embrace its unconventional design. You'll dive into lengthy cutscenes brimming with flashbacks, historical context, and deep political, philosophical, and psychological themes. Kojima's creative freedom shines through in dialogues packed with fourth-wall breaks, quirky jokes, characters nerding out about movies, and tactical mission banter. For some, this might feel overwhelming, but for me, these moments are gold, offering rare human connections that were groundbreaking then and remain rare in big-budget games, where financial pressures often dilute artistic vision. I understand why some find the extended cutscenes tedious, but I treasure Kojima's boldness and the sheer audacity of his vision. Set in the 1960s, during the Cold War's tense East USSR-led versus West US-led divide, MGS3 captures an era of proxy wars, covert ops, and the looming specter of nuclear proliferation, a shadow that nearly pushed the world to the brink. This backdrop fueled artists to inform, warn, or entertain, and Kojima's both cinematic love and personal concerns shine in every frame. Unlike other designers using games for storytelling, he commits fully to the video game medium, crafting an interactive experience that respects its rules, while gleefully breaking them, demanding your full immersion. Trust me, you are in masterful hands. You play as Naked Snake, the future big boss, before he earns that title. You're a soldier mentored by the boss, a legendary warrior who, alongside her Cobra unit, each member wielding unique supernatural abilities and a rich backstory, helped the Allies defeat the Nazis in the World War II. Your mission, assigned by Major Zero, head of the Fox unit, is to infiltrate Soviet soil and rescue a scientist forced to work for Volgin, a rogue Soviet colonel with war domination ambitions. The game's codenames reflect the military's ethos. Names are earned through rank or battlefield deeds, not given by birthright. Individuality is erased. You're a cog in the machine, following orders no matter the cost. These chilling, rarely explored themes set MGS3 apart, and even today, few games tackle them with such depth. Like Kojima's playful dialogues and story themes, the gameplay resists neat labels despite its tactical espionage operations tag. The series' roots trace back to the 1980s with Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 on MSX, but the 3D leap on the PlayStation defined the franchise. Recurring elements weave through story and gameplay: infiltration, sneaking past enemies, facing memorable and often sympathetic bosses, and epic showdowns against Metal Gears. Nuke-launching mechs threatening global stability. All these are present in this entry as well. Difficulty is customizable, with easier settings for story-focused players or newcomers, but I recommend a higher difficulty on a second or third run to truly experience the stealth brilliance. Enemy AI sharpens, reacting dynamically to the world, fostering emergent gameplay. Survival mechanics shine too. Each wound, from a snake bite to gunshots or food poisoning, requires a specific treatment, adding realism without hindering the game's fluid fun. Every hit leaves a permanent scar on Snake's body, a visual souvenir of each fight, enhancing immersion without impacting gameplay. Stealth demands patience. Study enemy patrol patterns with binoculars from a vantage point. Then maneuver through shafts or environmental weak points that reward curiosity over linear paths. When you're spotted, signal by the iconic exclamation mark above an enemy's head, You don't get MGS5's reflex mode to slow time and correct mistakes. Instead, you must neutralize the witness quickly before they alert others or call for backup. After engaging an enemy with however of options you like, such as a tranquilizer pistol or a more deadly weapon, you can also use CQC and disarm the enemy in a hand-to-hand combat style, which gives you some options, such as interrogating the enemy or putting him to sleep by choking them. A timer shows the enemy alert status, shifting from full alert to caution and back to normal. Beyond hiding in tall grass while prone or diving into shallow water, mind the breathing meter, camouflage is key. In MGS Delta, it's more accessible. Hold the top D-pad button to open a menu, showing each camouflage's effectiveness based on your location, making it a go-to mechanic for staying hidden. If stealth fails, you can fake your death with a death pill, tricking enemies into lowering their guard, then pop a revive pill to spring back to life. Fail to revive and you'll hear those haunting aloe cries of "Snake" as the game ends.
Snake, are you okay? Snake! Snake!
Speaking of allies, the codec is back, absent in its traditional form in MGS5, where it was replaced by Intel Mode's contextualized comments from Ocelot or Miller when scoping objects with binoculars, a poor substitute in my book. In Delta, the codec returns with enhanced audio and visuals. Hold the bottom D-pad button to select frequency and contact allies like Major Zero, who provides mission context, Paramedic, a doctor and a movie nerd offering health tips, gameplay hints, and progress saves, or Sigint, a weapons specialist. Each conversation reveals character depth, adding charm and richness to the story while offering practical benefits. A hunger meter below the health bar adds another layer. Hunt animals or scavenge rations from enemies or the environment to keep Snake fed. A starving Snake underperforms, his combat falters, he can't hold his breath long underwater, and his rumbling stomach can betray your stealth. If caught more likely on higher difficulties, you can restart like a perfectionist, guilty as charged, to try new paths, or go full action, turning this stealth game into a third-person shooter. In 2004, third-person shooter standards weren't as refined as today's smooth over-the-shoulder cameras. MGS Delta retains the original's fixed camera angles for authenticity, switching to first-person view for precise shooting, blending nostalgia with polished controls. The default modern control scheme offers a familiar, streamlined experience for new players while preserving the classic option for purists. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater carries the weight of a masterpiece's legacy, and with that comes a timeless quality that makes it a thrilling ride for both newcomers and veteran fans. The game stands tall on its own merits, but let's be real, Metal Gear Solid has always been inseparable from its legendary creator Hideo Kojima. Konami's mistreatment of this gaming icon hasn't been forgotten or forgiven by fans like me. A huge part of each release's charm was Kojima's creative, often bizarre marketing campaigns leading up to the launch. His fingerprints were all over the hype, making it nearly impossible to separate the art from the artist. No matter how much the Remake's dev team credits him, the sting of his absence lingers like a bite mark. Remaking a beloved franchise like MGS is like defusing a bomb. The more iconic the series, the higher the stakes. Stray too far from the original and the old fans will cry foul, accusing you of disrespecting their memories and what made the game great. Stick too closely and it's labeled a lazy cash grab, undermining the point of a remake. Recent years have seen some remakes nail this balance. Konami's own Silent Hill 2 remake handled by Blooper Team is a shining example, but MGS is a beast of its own, and the Kojima-Konami fallout only complicated things. That said, I have to give props to the dev team behind Delta. They faced immense challenges and delivered a solid remake. Instead of slapping MGS5's mechanics onto MGS3 setting or chasing trends by overhauling character designs and story arcs based on online chatter, they took a conservative approach. They preserved the core game design with minimal changes, adding thoughtful enhancements to improve accessibility while safeguarding their legacy. For that, I have nothing but admiration. Technically, Delta shines in terms of fidelity and resolution. The sound design featuring Harry Gregson Williams' iconic score returns with a re-recorded version of the legendary Snake Eater theme, given a subtle yet fresh twist that hits all the right nostalgic notes. Animations, especially in cutscenes, are stunning, and the in-game world is as dense and detailed as I remember, with its jungle, base, and swamp recreated with palpable love and care. However, like many Unreal Engine 5 titles, Delta isn't flawless. Despite the gorgeous particle effects, lifelike animations, and meticulous details, the game struggles with technical hiccups, particularly on PC. During my playthrough, I encountered a few crashes and noticeable frame drops, especially in rain-soaked environments, a known issue that recent updates haven't fully resolved. The art design stays fearlessly loyal to the original's vision, but I can't help but wonder how Kojima and art director Yuichi Shinkawa would have leveraged today's tech to push the boundaries further. That lingering what if occasionally overshadowed my otherwise fantastic revisit to MGS3, a question we'll never truly answer. Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater is a testament to the enduring brilliance of Kojima's original vision, faithfully brought to life with stunning visuals, enhanced accessibility, and a heartfelt nod to the series' legacy. For newcomers, it's a thrilling introduction to tactical espionage. For veterans like me, it's a nostalgic return to the jungles of Selenoyarsk that still feels fresh. The preserved gameplay, enriched with subtle modern tweaks, delivers the stealth, survival, and cinematic storytelling that define MGS3, while the return of David Hayter's voice and Harry Gregson Williams' iconic score hits all the right emotional chords. As a fan, I'm impressed by how the dev team navigated the high-stake tightrope of remaking a masterpiece without Kojima, honoring the original while making it approachable for a new generation. However, the experience isn't flawless. The game's technical shortcomings, particularly on PC, cast a shadow over its polish. Running on Unreal Engine 5, Delta boasts breathtaking environments and animations, but it's plagued by persistent stutters, frame drops, and occasional crashes that disrupted my playthrough. Recent updates have yet to fully address these issues, which is frustrating for a title carrying such a storied legacy. This optimization woes combined with the bittersweet absence of Kojima's bold creative spark keep it from perfection. Despite these flaws, Metal Gear Solid Delta Snake Eater remains a must-play for fans and newcomers alike. It earns a solid 8 out of 10, a remarkable achievement that honors its roots but is held back by technical turbulences that Konami needs to patch up. If you are ready to sneak through the jungle, grab it on PC, PS5 or Xbox Series X and S, and let me know your favorite codec moments in the comments. Like, subscribe and share for more deep dives. These snakes still got bite.